What's the deal? You already know what this is back up. You already know what this is. Back in us with another video to pump out to my young boys. Pump out to my young boys. Maybe girls. But nah, today, we gotta talk about the Georgia Guidestones, y'all. For those who don't know, the Georgia Guidestones. I like the way New Breed Global Truth had put it when he described the Georgia Guidestones. If you don't know, the Georgia Guidestones is essentially, we jumping right into this, by the way. We jumping right in. We ain't about to waste no time. If you don't know, the way he put it, he said the Georgia Guidestones is essentially, if you don't know, it's essentially the 10 Commandments to the powers, for the powers that be, the people that control this world, that's running all of this, that got all of this craziness happening. These are some of the rules that they follow. This is their version of the 10 Commandments, essentially. Now, they ain't been hiding this. The Georgia Guidestones been up for a long time now. I'm not quite sure exactly how long. I actually could pull that up. Man, I'm not pulling that up. It's been around for a long time. So, boom. And for it to finally come down, they ain't been hiding this either. Like I said, this been around for a long time. It's always been up. It's been there. It's been there for people to see. They call us the conspiracy theorists and all of that, but like the government and all of these people that y'all follow, these are some of the rules. This is they literally have guidelines on display that straight tells us, nah, we need this amount of people here. We own this. We own that. We own that. It's right. It's always been there, but we the crazy ones. We the crazy ones for not wanting to listen to these people do the things that they have in place for us. I ain't gonna say if you know, not compromising our souls to follow these guidelines that they have. We the crazy ones for not listening, but not following them. But this is the stuff that they follow. So, real quick before I go into the news, I'm gonna sit up there. I'm about to show you. I'm about to actually read some of these off. I'm gonna just read the whole thing. I'm gonna let y'all see this for yourself. Boom. Share my screen. There we go. Y'all can see it. So the first thing, let's see. Let's just say their first commandment: maintain humanity under 500,000. Or is that 500,000? Or is that 500 mil? That might be 500 mil. Yeah, I think that's 500 mil. So, we way over the mark. 500 mil, we at 7 point what billion, 8 billion? Come on now. It's right there. And that's the very first one. That's they be fruitful and multiply right there. While ours is to multiply, create more, boom, boom, boom. Theirs is, all right, if it get to a certain amount of people, we gotta start getting niggas out of here. That's the type of timing they on. So boom, maintain population under 500 million, and let's see, in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely. They want to have full control over how y'all reproduce. A lot of a lot of y'all that got that thing. Hey, if you know, you know. They want to guide how we reproduce. They gotta control how we reproduce, especially the children of Israel. The black woman's womb is the most fruitful on the planet. So they gotta do whatever they can to watch how reproduction is going, and that's where abortion and all of this other stuff come into play. This is why that's been pushed for all these years. That's why this colorful, fruity, sugary stuff been going on, been being pushed so hard for all these years. It's all population control. They literally have to control the population that's inside of their guidelines to be on guard and watch the population, make sure everything is going how they would like it to go. But somewhere along the way, they got in too deep, and now it's like they kind of trying to play catch up. That's why all of this stuff is being pushed the way it is now, and why they really on our necks, because essentially they playing catch up, because they know Big Bro coming back. They know he coming back. So it's like, all right, we gotta wrap it. We gotta move this stuff along. So boom, and then let's see what they got. Unite humanity with a living new language. Metaverse. I mean, they want y'all speaking the same language to the point where really everybody. That's the metaverse all day, every day. You're gonna be able to connect when everybody is gonna be in this digital world where they can just plug in and be so tapped out. You ain't even really gotta communicate with people like the way like when we hear language, we hear me talking to you speaking English, but they trying to get it to a point where we all gonna be linked on the level to where our language we ain't even gotta talk no more. We can just send thoughts to people. Like it's crazy, but the metaverse. Come on now, like that's all that is too. It's the metaverse. Y'all think this metaverse stuff is like is not the goal is not to have everybody like linked in on the same page where we're all essentially speaking the same language, even though it's gonna be we ain't like I just said, we ain't even gonna have to speak. We just gonna be well, y'all gonna be. I don't, hopefully not y'all. I'm not gonna be on that, but they gonna be sending thoughts via Bluetooth. That's the metaverse. That's all day. Nah. Let's see. Rule, passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. All resolving all external disputes in a world court. And we know dang well it's not like that right now. They need every single body. You're like, bro, y'all be thinking that all of these countries is really just super at odds with each other and all of that nonsense. Bro, they all following the same stuff, bro. They all in cahoots. They are linked in. That's really what this basically just told you. They all locked in. The whole world, no matter what country, they all got to be a certain level of locked in, bro. They all under something. Like nobody that you've seen like physically on the news, these presidents, none of that. Ain't none of them really got pulled like that, bro. Like they all in cahoots. It's set in stone. It's set in stone. They literally all have to be in cahoots. If it's something going on, they gotta have it set up to where, all right, we locked in. It's like it's kind of like siblings bickering. Like that's just the best way I could put it. It's like we locked in. We might argue or whatever, but if it's a problem, we just gonna go to pops, and they pops is the man downstairs. But boom, avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. I don't really want to read the rest of this. I want y'all to really hone in on the first few ones I read. Keeping the population under 500 million. That's crazy. Like they really said that. Unite humanity with one language. They want us all speaking one language. How they plan on pulling that off? The metaverse. Nah. Boom. That's a quick little breakdown on the Georgia Guidestones. Nah. These have been destroyed recently. The other day, this was destroyed. And now we about to get into the news. We about to get into the news and see what's going on with that. So let's see what they talking about here. Boom, let's get it.
Investigation at the mysterious at noon, an investigation at the mysterious Georgia Guidestones. Here's a live exclusive Sky 4 look from the site. People who live nearby say they heard a boom this morning. Right now, our Rashad Williams is joining us live from Elbert County, Georgia, with what we know so far. Rashad.
Well, Destiny, right now we know that GBI is assisting with this investigation, but we've got multiple units here on scene, including the GBI's bomb disposal unit. Now, the GBI tells us there is still an active explosive hazard happening here. So to give you a closer look, I want to show you some viewer photos that were sent to us. There's a lot of rubble as a result of what GBI says stems from unknown individuals that detonated an explosive device around 4 a.m., which has destroyed.
All right, they saying unknown individuals detonated explosive device. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Do we know if a particular if people like me and you detonated an explosive device that blew this up? We don't know, cause they apparently they got these niggas got cameras everywhere all the time. It's cameras in all these devices. They got satellite cameras that you can literally zoom down on your house from via satellite from these cameras, all these cameras they got, and they can't find out who blew up their they commandment monument. They just don't know who did it. And I find that hard to believe. I feel like they know who did it and they're not saying nothing, or they're gonna try to like kind of pin it on some humans, because if the man upstairs did it, if the big homie, if the man upstairs, if our pops, if he did this, then they for sure gonna cover that up. It's like, oh nah, he tripping. We gotta like push it on this. We gotta throw it on that. It's a bomber. Say that. And then the thing is, the way they can get off with the bomber, I'm gonna say in a minute. The bomber narrative
Of this structure. And we do know that Georgia Guidestones has 4 column-like sides to it. And from the photos, Sky 4 video, and from where I'm standing right now, it looks like there are now 3. We've seen several comments from people that live in this area saying they believed it was thunder because it caused their houses to shake.
There we go right there. So the locals believe it was thunder. The locals believe it was thunder. Nah, nigga, bro. People ain't dumb. Well, people are dumb. But people know the difference between a bomb and thunder. Or do they? Because the plan, to be fair, niggas don't hear bombs go off every day. But you do hear lightning go off. But, so, therefore, let's just be real, bro. You know the difference between a bomb and some lightning, bro. So, like, if we keep it in the book, if we keep it in the book, if they was around, if locals was around, well, they said it went off at 4 in the morning. So it's just like, it's real shady. It's real sketchy, bro. It's like, we just don't know. But I'm gonna speak on both sides. If this was really a lightning strike and the Most High did that, then that's what's up. We can it's pros and cons to both sides. That's a sign, y'all, that y'all really need to be on y'all stuff, cause it's getting real. If the Most High is making His presence known by striking down these idols that these people is building up and all of that, that's a dub. That's a dub in itself, because it's like, all right, we know we still protected. We still as even as humanity is just going down the drain. You know, she's not forsaking the righteous. We already know this, but it's just like, it's a good feeling to be like, all right, Pops got it. You know, he popped their hand. He basically just popped their hand. But on the other hand, regardless if it was lightning or a person, they can now spin the narrative to say that us chosen people, the ones that's awakened, that knows what's really going on, was the cause of this. Because we're the only group of people on the planet that moves in a direction that's against all of this type of stuff that they own. So therefore, you gotta make the narrative that the chosen ones are the ones that's been turning, has now went from just YouTubers or whatever, or, you know, people that speak or do whatever. Now they gotta paint the narrative that we are violent and we are capable of doing terroristic things, and now they're gonna try to like paint us as terrorists, which is something they've been doing. Because I've seen a few news reports talking about They call us they say black Israelites. The black Israelites, marching, protesting with guns and all sorts of stuff. Like, they are starting to really paint us as a terrorist group, and this is essentially what they're gonna call an act of terrorism, and we're the only ones they can pin this on. So in that regard, all right, now it's like y'all also gotta really be on your toes and really stay true to this word and do what it is y'all gotta do to get closer to the Most High, cause you gonna need all your armor on. Like, you gonna need your maxed out level 50, level 100, like 999 stats. You gonna need your armor on deck, because the stuff that the stuff that they gonna start moving into play once they put the hammer down and be like, you know what, these group of people are terrorists. They already trying to outlaw the Bible. They already trying to outlaw the Bible and get that joint out of there. I know in China or someplace, they serious on it. Like, they'll go into your home and take your Bible, and like you be in trouble for having a Bible in certain places. They're trying to get the Bible out of here because they know that's the truth, and they know the power that's behind it and having that sword. So it's like, it's getting crazy, bro, because they gonna really try to paint this picture of us being like some loonies. And it's like, I seen I believe that and I believe it was this YouTuber that was also like in the truth, and he sat up there, and I think I heard something about in New York, he was throwing smoke bombs and shooting up a train or whatever. Like they've been doing, it's been a lot of things going on. He was like a YouTuber, and they like, the goal is to start making us terrorists, bro. And if y'all see me on the news and they talking about I didn't shot up a place or something, I ain't do it. That's not me. It's a clone. They done took me hostage and warped my mind or something. Cause ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. But let me keep playing this.
Describing it as a boom that they heard and felt around 4 a.m. Again, GBI confirming they believe this happened around 4 a.m. So I want to give you a live look at Sky 4 once again. Over the scene right now, GBI has started to mark this area. And for those that don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, according to Explore Georgia, in part, it's Elberton's most unusual and mysterious set of granite monoliths known as America's Stonehenge, which stands at 19 feet high, and it also serves as an astronomical calendar, as well as containing messages about the conservation of mankind, which is seen for many here in this area as controversial. Now, again, details are limited at this time, but just to...
Controversial? Like, you chalk that up to controversial? It literally says, we live on a planet with 8 billion people, and it says that to preserve humanity, you have to keep the population at 500 mil? You think that's controversial?
Reiterate, investigators on scene have told us there is still an active explosive hazard here at the Georgia Guidestones. We will be working throughout the day to bring you the latest updates as we learn more. And right now, you are encouraged, if you have any information, to call Elbert County at their sheriff's office or to contact GBI Athens. But for now, live in Elbert County, Rashad Williams, WIFF News 4.
Rashad, thank you. We are...
So that's essentially it on that news. So as y'all seen, bro, Georgia Guidestones is destroyed. I hear they actually took it down because it's like they couldn't even preserve it. So they straight took it down all the way. And my first thought when I seen this was like, okay, that's another W. And then when you look at it, when you really look at it and think about what's been going on in the news lately with the Roe v. Wade being overturned and all of this, and the Georgia Guidestones being destroyed, it seems like that, it seems like the Chosen has taken a lot of W's recently. Like, we begin, like, if we get battered and beat and hear horrible thing after horrible thing after horrible thing after horrible things all year round. Like, we rarely ever take dubs. So it's kind of like it seemed like we taking it would really seem like we finally getting some W's, and you know I'd say keep we can I'd say okay, it's okay to smell the roses and embrace like the wins that we've been taking, because it seemed like the Most High is not gonna sit up there and just have us suffering all the time. He gonna give us some dubs, and it seemed like we've been taking some dubs lately, and we getting some breathing room to like really, you know. But at the same time, anytime we take a dub, it's kind of like the enemy gonna always use that as a way to spin it and keep the bull going. Like with the Roe v. Wade got overturned, like yeah, it was like okay, cool, but then you get to see the true hearts of man and how they reacted to something like that, and then it's like oh, nah, it's like that's another thing that could put you at a lower state because you like damn, these humans are really wicked out here, huh? And then you gotta. And then with this, it could be like, okay, yeah, cool, it got taken down. Boom, Georgia Guidestones out of here. Let's go, dub. All of these idols get out of here. Then it's like, dang, now they gonna say that it's the truth community is the ones that's doing these type of things, and now they terrorists. It's like, damn. Now I guess I'm a terrorist. So it's like, you can, take the meat and spit out the bone. Still stay doing what you're doing. Stay vigilant, stay prayed up, keep you like said, increase your spiritual armor. That's all that I can tell you for right now, because this stuff is still an ongoing story. So we gonna see what happens with this, and that's pretty much it. That's my advice to y'all. Just really stay prayed up, stay in that word, keep y'all swords on y'all. Outro. Keep y'all swords on y'all, and that's pretty much it, bro. Show yourself to prove, study to show thyself approved, and like I said, I can't stress it enough. Keep y'all armor up, keep y'all armor strong. Make sure you fasting, make sure y'all working out to the fella. Even ladies, work out. Fuck, freaking fast. Semen retention to the fellas, very important. Just really stay on y'all grind, bro. Stay on y'all grind and just try to be the best people y'all can be. Let y'all take care, stay safe. I'm on y'all boys. Ah.